By my job now is to make sure that we don't allow criminals like Afenyo Markin, our police who are conclude say, while assaulting police officer to be sitting in parliament and acting as if say, or you're somebody or credibility, integrity, or say, or not even Baffoe in him. Chief Justice Baffoe in him catch and say, I want to vet you. No. We should not allow Ghana to go that low. We should not allow. Into this guy, we all should understand the MPP as a political party, from the national executives, Nana Addo Akufo Addo, J.A. Kufo, Hakmano Uswajiman, Mark Okwe, Sam Penifo way you have seen this. Mon Penifo, Sophia Ekufu, in Kwasiaki Kanayahu. You have seen this. Sophia Ekufu. Recently, I saw you, I heard you say, where is it? Mr. P, I had it somewhere. Recently, I heard you, Sophia Ekufu, say that judicial appointment lack transparency, leaves much to be desired. Right now, you have a problem how we appoint judges in Ghana. Then it means that you, Krampono, when J.J. Rawlings appointed you, he made a big mistake because he did not follow due process. It was because J.J. Rawlings was dating your mother or your sister. That is why you got that appointment as the CJ. Anamebwa. That is why you are telling us to say, for all these years you were the Chief Justice and all these years you have retired, you never saw anything wrong with the appointment of the CJ, your appointment of the judges, because Torkornoo committed a crime and you believe, say, because Torkornoo is your friend, we still have to put Torkornoo there as a CJ. So today, you want to paint everybody who is appointed to the court as illegally and as not following the right procedure. You are a very selfish old woman. Suddenly, you have a problem with the appointment of judges in Ghana. Nana Addo Akufo Addo campaign, how many judges did you appoint in Ghana? Did you have a problem with it? You are the people, sometimes we pray to God that he should make space in Ghana for the young ones to grow. You are some of the people. I didn't say, you in Penifodi be, you better address them quietly. You speak as if you say, Ghana, you're modia. When did you come on retirement? You were the CJ. When Charlotte Say was basically kicked out of office, from the documents that came into our possession, you even knew, you orchestrated the whole thing with the Akufo Addo. This stupid boy now, Oti wun to me no. I have an audio here. Boy now, Oti wun to me. A friend is saying, he is the one who went to Ayadian and appointed to go tell him, say, you, Sophia Ekufu, wouldn't Ekufu na orchestrate the second of Charlotte Say. Uba retirement, what if you are with the problem? Ekufu Addo betnas to 88 Dinkwasiasem, appointing the 1,000 Echo Supreme Court, High Court, Appeals Court, baby, where Wunyansa and Kanche say the appointment of the judiciary, of the judges, it is opaque. Suddenly, whoa. You are telling us, say, and the judges, the court, Supreme Court, Appeals Court, High Court, the appointment, it lacks what we call transparency. You are a witch. You are a witch. You will be for. You are a witch. You will be for fita. We will be for flat. We need bra. Adie. What time my J.J. Rawlings appointed? What was the credential? Your credentials, Wayne. And yet some favors because J.J. Rawlings appointed. And yet because J.J. was dating your mother or something, that's why you are your sister or something. That's why you were appointed. What don't you think? You don't think we know? We all know. How did you get to the Supreme Court? How did you get to the Supreme Court at that your age? It was because J.J. Rawlings was having an affair with somebody who was related to you. That is how you made it to the Supreme Court. That is your resume. Shut up. Right now, there suddenly you have a problem with the way judges are appointed in Ghana. Ghana. You people sat here and allowed Torkornoo. We were in this country when Torkornoo told us that if you have a Ghana passport, you have a passport, you cannot refer yourself or see yourself as a Ghanaian. Foolish people like you all sat in Ghana. You didn't say anything. Because a president. At a point, we didn't even know who was Ghanaian and who wasn't. At a point in our lives, we didn't know who was Ghanaian and who isn't Ghanaian. We sat in Ghana and these fools ran the country like we are mad dogs. today, suddenly, you have a problem with how judges are appointed in Ghana. You are a witch. You are a witch. Yes, we are Baffoe. Mona must say Ghana no. We are Baffoe koko. We are Baffoe. Now what the Council of State so. And I start teach a lot of say processes no. The Council of State, you people received the same thing the president receiving here. You were part of the Council of State and making decisions. Say they have established something against Torkornoo and that the process should go on. We are now done on who witness for Torkornoo. You are a witch. We are Baffoe. We are Baffoe. We are flat. We need bradier. We are hypocrites. On kanokre. Onyankopon wasro. He will judge you. You are a hypocrite. And the sense of entitlement other than Ghana no. Oje say oka brofo nim nyansa. Na ohwini mu bon. Oje say okasa obi ankoda. Na wo dey na ma be Supreme Court judge. Katre. And I'm just saying any terminal report. You think we don't know your terminal report? It was because of JJ's affair. And I'm now Supreme Court to and I aboa. And then you sit in Ghana and make it look like say, oh, you're both free heaven here, do buy. Now we jet to you can say a KJ to and come to mother. Who the BP be? Shut up and sit somewhere, madam. Everything is fine. When there's no problem, we don't call Jesus. Right now, we are not calling Jesus because we don't have any problem. Problem the banner we will solve it. A Baffoe. And then Friday.
And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous suit. Just say, me who do you make dynamic what Friday. And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous suit. Just say, me who do you make dynamic what Friday. And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous suit. Just say, me who do you make dynamic what Friday. And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous suit. Just say, me who do you make dynamic what Friday.
Now it's simple. And in Parliament, you better see na Afenyo Markin a Jimmy or Parliament. Why? They don't want a year. Mr. Baffoe, Chief Justice Baffoe to be vetted. They won't allow it. A criminal. And when you look at his body language, when you look at Afenyo Markin's body language, a criminal. He's standing in Parliament. Monday vetting of Chief Justice nominee Paul Baffoe will not happen. A criminal. A criminal whose docket is sitting on the Attorney General's desk is standing in Parliament exhibiting the tendencies of a potential jailbird. How did we get here? Now, Parliament here, they are not going to allow you, Afenyo Markin, a criminal like you want to vet a white, clean man like Baffoe. You, Afenyo Markin. Now go and listen to this guy, Afenyo Markin, a criminal.
According to the majority leader, there is going to be vetting. And the chief whip attempted to arrogate the full powers of this house to himself, as if we are dealing with a one-man power, show of power in this country, by saying it will happen, it will happen. We are not into blows. We are here to argue law and for you to determine. So this kind of attack that it will happen, we argue for posterity. Democracy and practice is for posterity. So they should take it easy. Mr. Speaker, let me draw your attention to detailed provisions in our orders. First, Order 2172 on the subjudice rule, Order 103F and 123.1 and on the Speaker's control of the business of the House, guided by Order 2164. Mr. Speaker, none of these expressly contemplate the coexistence of an active constitutional dispute over legality of vacancy. The vetting that is being announced seeks to fail. We have a situation at hand. One is procedure under Order 217 that empowers the appointment committee to consider a nomination when existence of the vacancy itself is sub judice. Are we going to do that? That the appointment committee, knowing that there is a sub judice matter, will still proceed to consider the vetting, whereas the Constitution itself contemplates that the office of Chief Justice will never be vacant. That is why even when the woman was originally suspended, there was an acting Chief Justice. So there should be no hurry. Nobody should contemplate that Parliament is somewhat stopped. That seat is not vacant. However, proceeding to vet a new person to fill that office will be rendering the application of Justice Gertrude Asaba Torkornoo odious. According to the majority leader, there is going to be vetting. And the chief whip attempted to arrogate the full powers of this House to himself, as if we are dealing with a one-man power, show of power in this country.
Is it a fooling? This is the kind of fooling that Alban Bagbin has been entertaining for all these years. It is Alban Bagbin who has created this nonsense. Oh. It is the Speaker of Parliament. He has been entertaining this nonsense after this boy disrespected him and embarrassed him around the world for us, all of us to see. He is the one entertaining this foolish boy. It's Alban Bagbin. And I'm very sure that maybe this boy has something on Alban Bagbin. Yeah, that is why this boy is fooling. He stands in Parliament and tells us that the law that has gone through, the law that we have allowed, the Constitution that we have allowed to operate, the laws that are supposed to be effected. At the end of the day, all these laws, nobody in Ghana has been able to mount any stage to say the president flouted any law. The Constitution was followed. Every single detail that we had to follow to make sure that Torkornoo gets fair hearing was followed. How can this criminal today get up and tell us that he and his piglets, they don't understand? They are not going to allow Baffoe Bonny to be vetted to become the Chief Justice of Ghana. How? And you see, he is quoting some useless things to make people think that he has some point. Oh, really? He was quoting the acts. He was quoting the Constitution. He was so quick to quote the Constitution and to quote standing orders and some things to make his case. Oh, really? Now, if it's the Constitution that we are talking about, Now, when you read the Constitution of Ghana on what we call, when you read the Constitution of Ghana, I'm trying to get you something, maybe. I want to show you something. You see, Afenyo Markin was quoting, right? All right. Now, let us look at the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. What the Constitution says when somebody attacks. The legal consequences. When a member of parliament, when somebody attacks a public servant, when somebody attacks a police officer, he was in parliament quoting the Constitution. I am also quoting the same criminal Constitution inside the same quote. I'm quoting the same thing in the same Constitution, and I'm quoting the Criminal Act in the Constitution because he was basing his argument on the Constitution. Now, the same Constitution it says that Afenyo Markin, he still faces criminal liability under Act 29, Section 205 to 207, assault on a public officer. That is what the Constitution says. Because he was quoting the Constitution in Parliament, making noise, I am using the same Constitution he's quoting to prove that he needs to be in jail. He's not even supposed to be standing in Parliament quoting constitutions to defend Torkornoo. Because if you know the Constitution, I think Torkornoo would know the Constitution more than you, because Torkornoo's job was to interpret the Constitution. So you don't know the Constitution more than Torkornoo. And if Torkornoo knows the Constitution than you, why didn't Torkornoo use the Constitution to defend herself? But instead, because you are a criminal who has assaulted a public officer, I am going to read the same Constitution, the same criminal act, the same act that is supposed to take you to jail. Now see, when you read a criminal libel act, Act 29, Section 205-207, assault on a public officer, the maximum penalty remains 3 years imprisonment or a fine if convicted. So Afenyo Markin, the act there, the criminal liability act, the Act 29, it clearly says that you have to stand trial. You might have to be jailed for 3 years if you are found guilty. If you are not jailed, you could be fined. So you need to go before the courts and defend yourself. The same Constitution that you are quoting now, also yenjina so na yamfan stop it Baffoe boni edien the vetino. Ye the same Constitution so I catch I was say wo ukojina court. Near ye do asem to say criminal wa attack a public officer because you have attacked a police officer. The police, they have done their investigations. They came to that conclusion that you are a criminal. You have attacked a public officer. If somebody attacks you, this same act will apply. So if you have attacked a police officer who is a public official, the same act, Act 29, it needs to be applied. And the maximum penalty, you have to go in for 3 years or you have to be fined when you are found guilty in any court in Ghana. So you don't have any moral right to even discuss that you are not going to agree for Parliament to vet Mr. Baffoe Boni. You are a criminal. Now, this is the legal consequences. Now, if you want us to also look at, the professional consequences. These are the professional consequences of your action. And I'm talking about your criminal assault case. I want you to know the consequences in what you have done. The investigation sitting on the desk of the Attorney General. Now, this is the professional consequences as a lawyer. Attacking a public officer or a police officer. These are the professional consequences as a lawyer. Now, the General Legal Counsel, GLC, can initiate a disciplinary hearing for misconduct. The General Legal Counsel can start a disciplinary hearing for misconduct because you are a lawyer and you have attacked a police officer. So the GLC can also be petitioned. Now, possible outcomes include 1, suspension from legal practice. They can take your license from you, Afenyo Markin, a criminal who has assaulted a police officer. 2, they call something disbarment. They can do what? Strike your name out. You can never practice in Ghana. 1, you can be suspended, and 2, your name can be taken out. You can no more call yourself a lawyer in Ghana from your actions. 3, official reprimand or caution for conduct bringing the profession into disrepute. So, professionally, you have to be taken on. A lawyer can petition, or any Ghanaian can petition the General Legal Counsel for them to take these actions against you because the fact has been established. You assaulted a public officer and the Attorney General has your docket now on his desk. So tomorrow, I can petition the GLC and tell them that they should initiate. I will use the docket, that information, give it to GLC and tell them to sit on this matter because I want them to get to the bottom of it. And the GLC are going to look into the matter, look at the details, ask you questions, and come out with their conclusion. So tomorrow or Monday, a Ghanaian can petition the GLC, and you you are either going to be suspended, disbarred, or you at the end of the day, you cannot call yourself a lawyer in Ghana. You are Afenyo Markin, you are done. Now, apart from what will hit you professionally, right? Let me show you Parliament too. What can be done to you? You are walking in Ghana and screaming, "Out of town hall Parliament." Which Bruni would should be a permanent a Vietnam, but you know, can't quasi asem. Now, parliamentary consequences. Parliament, this is the action that can be taken against you. If Alban Bagman is credible and he's going to be honest with himself and he's going to be honest to Ghanaians, he will take action against you on Monday. Now, parliamentary consequences. Parliament's Privileges Committee may summon you or him for behavior unbecoming of an MP and minority leader. So Parliament, the Privileges Committee can sit and summon you, say, come. We have also gotten the docket. The police have established that you assaulted a police officer. The witnesses are senior police officers. Now this docket is sitting on the desk of the Attorney General. We don't need to wait for the Attorney General to make our conclusion. Now you need to answer these questions. 2. A public reprimand or censure recorded in the Hansard. The Parliament, what they can do is they can publicly come out and do what? And let the world know that you are a criminal. Then they will record it in Parliament records that you, Afenyo Markin, as a member of Ghana's Parliament, you attacked a police officer. 3. Suspension from sitting for a defined period. Privileges Committee can take you out of Parliament and say, sit home until the Attorney General calls the case in Parliament. Attorney General calls the case in court. For court to finish listening to the case and coming out with their final judgment, you cannot carry yourself as the leader of the NPP in Parliament. So Privileges Committee can tell you, stay home. So you can lose your license, you can be kicked out of Parliament. Now, the third one, a call for him to apologize to the police and Parliament. You will have to publicly come out naked with your dick standing on. Also, utrum and daso now be pagana chow now pa Parliament chow our national TV. So these are things they can instruct you to do. Or dying, you are saying you don't want Baffoe to be what? To be vetted. Who the hell are you? A criminal like you, Afenyo Markin. Now, let me show you what again can happen to you. You want to talk. Let me show you political consequences. And you see, political consequences. 1. Since he leads the NPP, since you lead the opposition, internal party discipline could also apply. Say MPP normally munyansa party papa. They can also start applying party their sanctions. 1. What can they do? The NPP National Executive Committee may issue a formal caution or reprimand. The NPP paid for the party so Jimmy ya. Now some more today making now who the Attorney General kana. They need to regroup tomorrow morning and start looking for punishment for you. Sa party now we did him so munyan kwasiafo. Sa leadership of the party, sa council of elders of the party, so munyan kwasiafo. Na so mo person mo check Ghana for say Party is a party of people who believe that they need to be disciplined, who believe that they need to adhere to the rules and regulations of this land, who believe that the police should not be attacked. Some party, they will meet tomorrow morning to come up with what we call a caution against you. 2, in a serious case, they could review his leadership role or demand a public apology to protect the party's image. Into party no someone yankwasiafo Bawumia, Kennedy, Agyapong, Country, and Kwabena Agyapong, they will all advocate that you step away and apologize to Ghanaians. They will do that. So Bawumia nyewi, sa na yire Samira nyewi, sa Kennedy nyewi, sa Kennedy ne yire omo nyewi fo, sa Kwabena Agyapong nyewi, sa Agyapong ne yire nyewi fo, sa Country nyewi, na so omo yankofo mo kanokura, otchere no pa they will all issue a statement and say that Afenyo Markin, from what Attorney General said, it would be good for you to step away from the party and allow the Attorney General to finish with court before you can call yourself a leader of the NPP minority. Says Ankwasiafo mbeso mu di party nim no so omu nye yufo no omu nye jimifo a anka anadwi anka say after Attorney General kasa no na anka so release a statement. But why are they all quiet? Omu nya yankwasiafo because this is what they believe in, that their party should kill, attack police, and that will make them relevant. Persistent controversy could weaken his position as minority leader and affect caucus confidence. Say MPs 87 or say 86 number parliament, you know. So omunya nkwasiafo nyempire kwa ankochira no pa, they will all come out and say, leader, we beg you. From what we are seeing, it's a Ghana for say wabu police ni. It's a police for some investigations. You just senior police officer momu nyina be witness say ampa ubo police ni. And I end the meno ka say a case in the Attorney General at the table, so any day be able to make jail. So please take a step back and let somebody play this role. Actually, 86 no omu yankwasiafo omu ejimi, and I know they are not going to do it. I know the MPP. So I'm because MPP for yankwasiafo. This is the reason. Andra, they did a press conference. What was the press conference about? The press conference was about, yes, say, NPP, NDC, MPB, Assembly Kwesi, and a General Secretary, Nekatri Mebutu se kotre shwa. And the vessel Ghanaians, the MTT, we know, and the Mahama, and the NDC, MP, and the Naimos, Nkwasiafo do press conference. General Secretary, Nekatri ma a continue se kotre shwa no. Munkanjen se ome press conference. I was sad who say Attorney General say Afenyo Markin is a criminal. The assault case is sitting on his table. Pentium 2, JFK Kwasi Ampenyi. Ya pese MPP executives no. Mo General Secretary na ne katre me butu se kotre shwa no. And Ghanaians, and we know that we see John Mahama and the MT, FCC, and Manimos, and we want you to change, and we want Kwasia. But the same thing. We are waiting for a press conference. Okay, to be to say kotra shwa. Oh, kotra shwa da. San Kwasia for it to Ghana. Amon person brand because when a member of parliament is accused of assault, parliament cannot shield them. Do you know that? When a member of parliament, and then Alban Bagbin catcher now say he is going to hand over the NDC MP to the police, because when a politician or a parliamentarian is accused of assault, parliament cannot shield that person. They need to release him. So it is easy. When you are accused of assault, what happens is that speaker needs to be formally informed. When speaker is informed, privileges committee are supposed to be summoned. They need to sit on the case and deal with that member of parliament. Why are we sitting here? Why are we sitting here and Afenyo Markin standing in parliament talking shit that he is not going to allow for us to vet Baffoe? Who the hell is this criminal? Why are we allowing this nonsense to happen in Ghana? Why are we allowing this fool to be jumping around and fooling himself whilst he has committed a crime, one of the biggest crimes on the land, criminal crime, assaulting a police officer? Sa Bonia Esun Ewo Ghana assassin so no Afenyo Markin are committed. Why is this fool walking around? A police officer should not be protecting Afenyo Markin tonight. Because Afenyo Markin can attack that police officer and maybe he can end up killing the police officer because he's known for doing that. There's an assault case on the guy. Why have we allowed a police officer, Yeja police officer, because the same police officer, Ninuya and Afenyo Markin are attacking, so Afenyo Markin can call people to kill that police officer and tell Ghana that he knows nothing about it. Because when he went to the police, he told them that the police officer attacked him. But when they went to check the CCTV, they did not see any attack on Afenyo Markin. It means that this guy can kill his own police officer who is protecting him and tell us Ghanaians that he had traveled. So when he traveled, he didn't know what was happening behind him. The guy is a pathological habitual liar. Afenyo Markin should not be given any room in Ghana to speak in parliament or anywhere. No credibility whatsoever. He's a Bangladesh. And then Friday.
And then Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say me who the dynamic what Friday. And then Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say me who the dynamic what Friday. And then Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say me who the dynamic what Friday. And then Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say me who the dynamic what Friday. And then Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say me who the dynamic what Friday. And then Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say me who the dynamic what Friday.
So removing Afenyo Markin from parliament, I don't care. Whatever they want to do in parliament, I don't care. All that I care about is that he has committed a crime. Right now, as I speak, this guy is a criminal. His docket is sitting on the desk of the Attorney General. So we need to treat him as a criminal. Asemi Obebe Kebiano, Enise Obia pay attention to him. I expect the leadership of the NDC in Parliament on Monday morning to release a statement Sunday night to tell Ghanaians that they will be happy if Afenyo Markin stays away from the vetting because of his criminal case on the desk of the Attorney General, and that they wouldn't want Afenyo Markin to be questioning Mr. Bonny because he has a criminal baggage. And I expect the majority leader to release this statement on Sunday. That on Monday, you don't expect, or he should not. You, the majority, insist he stays away from the vetting because he's carrying a criminal baggage. Simple. If Ayariga fails to do this, then you Ayariga. Alban Bagbin, you have that habit of protecting criminals in parliament. Because if you don't, you wouldn't even allow Afenyo Markin to even come back and stand in front of you and call himself a minority leader. This same guy stood before you and bullshit you and said he's walking out of parliament. You could not say thing. He said fuck you and walked away on you. We all saw it. The same people you are calling us foolish boys who are insulting, the same people you are disrespecting, we are the same people who did a dirty job to make you get to where you are. You will not forget. And I'll keep this video to remind you, because I feel that Alban Bagbin, you have allowed the nonsense to go on for too long.
I never stated it was thrown by you at any person.
Mr. Speaker, you said I allegedly said some bailiffs. Allegedly.
No.
Mr. Speaker, then clarify.
Please.
Mr. Speaker,
listen to me.
Mr. Speaker, listen.
Honorable Majority Leader, I don't want to proceed to make some orders. Please, resume your seat. I'm very serious about that.
Mr. Speaker.
Please, resume your seat. Honorable member, your
coming events cast their shadows. We have parliament now, elect with the executive.
You see, the person who was encouraging him to fool, it was KT Hammond. You saw him. You see, these are foolish men. And Alban Bagbin has been entertaining his foolishness. Hey, Afenyo Markin, Jimmy Ojimi, Alban Bagbin, as so. Afenyo Markin, Jimmy Ojimi, if this issue, so people protecting Afenyo Markin in Parliament, is Alban Bagbin. I'm telling you, he is the one doing that. It is Speaker of Parliament. Or no, so Afenyo Markin, so many Jimmy or Parliament. Mrs. Criminal case way, if somebody will protect Afenyo Markin, it will be Alban Bagbin. That is what he does. He is going to protect this criminal. And he has been doing this for years. He will come and read a long statement. Come and speak like we are all fools in Ghana. You know me. I don't take this since I started in 1932, and this man was here, and my third term and my second term. That is what he would do. He has all the knowledge about everything. Okay, say in Chiribi Mienu, Alban Bagbin has idea about it. Hey, Parliament ha Torkornoo da ha Yewuse Kurebi dam ha Alban Bagbin has an idea about it. So Pia Bontine now can say paintine wawai na omunim there in Soto Alban Bagbin has an idea. But when it comes to telling these people that they have committed a crime, they should not do this. He needs to send somebody out. We were sitting here. Alban Bagbin entertained Carlos Ahenkra. After Carlos Ahenkra snatched a ballot box in Parliament, Alban Bagbin came to read 10 pages and later told him to sit there. The person who has been encouraging nonsense in Parliament, criminality, is Alban Bagbin. Because if Alban Bagbin has integrity and he wants me to trust him that he has integrity, on Monday or whenever they sit, he is going to tell this guy that I have received this document from Attorney General's office that you are under criminal investigations. I am sorry, you cannot stand before me. Please vacate your seat. We cannot listen to you as the leader of the minority. But Alban Bagbin will come on Monday or Tuesday and you will see what he will do. He will come and defend Afenyo Markin. This is a disgrace. It makes Ghana look shitty.
Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.